Hey you guys, welcome back to Rolling with Stone. It's Stone here, and as promised, I'm coming at you guys with a video on how to get hired or how to get a job at MAC Cosmetics. So this is a question that I get all the time, if not every few days at least. I get a question. If it's not like through a social media, it's somebody coming to one of the counters that I'm working at asking like, how do you get a job, at MAC? Whether they've applied before, one or several times, or never applied, it's just a frequently asked question. So for those who don't know, I do work for MAC Cosmetics, and I've worked for them for years now. I'll give you a little background story on the way I got hired, and then I'll go into giving you like the tips of what I think would be like the best move if you're trying to get a job at MAC. When I first got hired at MAC Cosmetics, I went into a MAC store, and I was dressed really nice. I had my makeup done really nice, hair, everything. And I went in to talk to a store manager at a MAC store, and I brought my portfolio with me and resume, and she told me that she was impressed. She really liked it, although she didn't have any positions available. So from there, she contacted a counter manager that she knew and basically told him, hey, I just met with this girl that I think you really should meet. And I think he had me come in like the next day, and then I went through a series of interviews, and I was just on ever since then. So that's the way I did it. Before applying anywhere, you want to make sure this is really what you want to do. Make sure that it's a job that you feel you can handle. Keep in mind that working for MAC Cosmetics is what? A retail job. So for those who know anything about retail, the hours are not the best hours. You don't have 100% control in what hours and days and stuff. So you got to be flexible. So, especially for those ladies who have, or gentlemen who have children, or, in school and stuff like that, just make sure going into it that hey, this is retail, so I'm gonna have to kind of be flexible. So keep that in mind. If you have a passion for makeup, passion for the artistry, sales driven and stuff like that, which is what they're looking for, I would say go for it, because you will probably love it. I have 3 bullet points that I wanted to give you guys, and so get your pen and your paper, and then we're gonna go to school, okay? Number 1 is your image. Number 2 is your credentials. Number 3 is your what? Attitude, which I think is like the most important part of applying for any job, especially if you want to work for MAC Cosmetics. For your image, that includes your attire, your makeup, and your hair. So MAC Cosmetics is the #1 makeup brand in the entire world. And with that being said, we, or MAC artists as a whole, pride themselves on being on trend, very fashion forward. They like to encourage your individuality, you being you to the best of your ability. So make sure when you go in for your interview, your attire is on point. You want to be professional, but still fashion forward. Make sure you have on all black when you go in for that interview, for sure. The next thing is your makeup. Of course, it's a makeup brand. You want to make sure that your makeup is on point. And then your hair. You just want to make sure that your hair is on point too, because your image is all of those things wrapped up in one. Your credentials is basically your resume. Are you qualified? So, what does your makeup skill level look like? You want to make sure you go in with your resume. Do you have to have a portfolio? It's good to have a portfolio, but it's not 100% necessary. But it's really good, especially if your skill level is really good. Don't think you have to be the greatest makeup artist hardest in the whole universe to get a job at MAC. You need to have a decent skill level and just keep practicing. Everybody just keep practicing. Like you'll never stop learning in makeup. I'll never stop learning. You know what I'm saying? So just keep practicing. And if you have pictures to show, that's like a plus. But make sure you have your resume with you. And lastly is your attitude. Make sure that you have a good attitude going into this thing. From the time you walk in to even ask for an application, you want to make sure you have all of this stuff I mentioned. Don't go ask for a resume if you're not dressed up to par, if your makeup isn't up to par. It's just a plus, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're going in for a job, anytime somebody at that counter or at that MAC store sees you, you want to look on point and have a makeup artist image. Your image is everything, and that's how basically the company makes their money, is selling makeup through the image of its artist. Attitude. Check your arrogance at the door. Just make sure you have a good attitude. You want to smile, you want to be enthusiastic, you want to make other people, you know, feel welcomed and stuff like that. So just have a good attitude. And even if you're invited back for like the series of interviews that you have to go through, then just make sure that, you know, you just have like a very humble type spirit about you, and not really, because a lot of people who have been, you know, doing makeup for, you know, a few months or whatever, it's like there's a arrogance like, oh, I'm the bomb, I can do makeup and stuff like that, and it's really not about that, you know what I'm saying? So people want to know that you're receptive to learning and that you're just a relatable person and that customers are going to be able to take to you well, because there's nothing worse than an arrogant or, you know what, acting makeup artist. You know, I feel like sometimes the company or certain areas and stuff get that rap of, ooh, I don't want to go there because, ooh, they're just really snotty acting or arrogant, you know, and it's not about that. So just have a good attitude. So with your image being on point, have that hair, makeup, and your outfit on point. Make sure you're in all black. Your credentials, so make sure you have your resume, and if you have a portfolio, that's a plus. It's not 100% necessary though. Then your attitude, make sure you're smiling, you know, you're being a people person, but at the same time be yourself. I know everybody's not bubbly. I'm not naturally a bubbly person. I'm not naturally a smiling person, so that's something that I have to make a conscious effort about, especially for this video. So, you know, do the same thing. If you're not a naturally smiling person and stuff like that, just kind of be mindful, like, oh, I need to put on a smile, just because it makes people feel a little bit more comfortable, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, be mindful of that. Go in with a good attitude. Go in feeling good. And, you know, good luck. I hope this video could help somebody out, because I get these, you know, questions about this all the time. But if I left something out, shoot me a comment down below, and, you know, I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys next Monday.